Hello, everybody. How are you? Excuse me. Welcome. I'm Jan Jeremias. I hope you're well today. I'm actually getting over COVID. So I decided to hop on. It's been a little while since I've taught a class online. So I wanted to share with you this morning just a few things that I'm doing to kind of recoup and regroup and get myself back. One of the things I found is that being in bed for pretty much solid for a week and some of the aches and pains that come from having a bug were really wearing and tearing on my back, which really was bothering me. So I wanted to do a little bit of opening up through the backs of the legs today in conjunction with kind of getting into the lower back and trying to open up the lower back. And so one of my favorite things to do is to actually use props or use a wall or a belt or anything to help assist in doing so. Now, if you don't have a belt, like a yoga belt strap, you could use a dog leash. Of course, I would say a dog leash. Anybody who knows me knows I would say something about pets and everything I do. But a dog leash, a tie, a bathrobe belt works well. I do have to say I like yoga belts the best, but you work with what you have. You can have any other things, a mat, a blanket on the floor to cushion you, and we'll begin. This is going to be very short, very sweet, and kind of just to help you open up through the back of your body. So I am in my yoga room. Lucky enough to have a space in my house just for yoga. And I'm going to scoot myself close enough to the wall so that I can put my feet on it. Kind of bend my knees. As I lie down, my legs straighten. My body comes down toward the floor and the sun is extremely intense. So hold on a second. Not that I'm complaining, but with the feeling of being able to see you and have you see me. So once again, I'll sit with my knees bent. Thighs are a little bit at an angle. I'm going to straighten the legs as I come down. I keep my feet on the wall and I'm going to grab my belt. And do a little experiment, a little measurement. So you can draw one knee in and just make sure you can still press out through that leg that's touching the wall. And I'll scoot on this side so that hopefully you have a good angle of my body. So I draw one knee, I make sure this foot can still extend and press, and I'll just do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay. So I want that connection to remain. Just notice the back of your body and how it touches the floor. Take a few deep breaths here, just getting a stretch, a length in the front of the body, which when you're curled up in bed, depending on how you sleep, you might be a little bit kind of compressed in the front of the body. So you're going to hug one knee in, press out through the opposite foot. You're going to take the belt and place it around the sole of that foot. And then extend. Now, my arms can extend, so I have long arms, plus I have the belt. But my shoulders tend to hike up, so I'm going to draw my shoulders down. And I can slide my hands down the belt so that the backs of my arms touch the floor. And I'm going to press out for both feet. And take a few deep breaths here. Just opening up through the back of the leg. If you can't straighten the leg, my legs are pretty vertical. Like I'm pretty open in the hamstrings, but if you can't straighten the leg without keeping the leg at an angle forward, my suggestion is that you straighten the leg as much as possible. Keep it there, and slowly over time, maybe the leg will come more to a vertical position rather than keep the knee bent and have the leg be vertical. I hope that's, understandable. I'm going to take both pieces of the strap into the opposite hand. So if I have my left leg in the air, I'm going to hold with my right hand. I'm going to take my Left arm out as a little anchor, and I'm gonna cross this leg over. Now, I'm not letting it go all the way to the floor. I'm crossing it over, my other foot is still pressing out, my extended leg, and I'm just gonna breathe here. I'm gonna bring the leg back up to vertical. I'm gonna bend the knee and let the leg extend. Now, it always feels really funny. Feels like the leg is longer. Usually feels like it touches the wall better, which is kind of odd when we first happen. And no matter how long you practice, you get that feeling. Hug the opposite leg in. Make sure you can press out through the foot. Take the belt, place it around the sole of the foot. Again, leg to vertical, arms can straighten. Slide your hands down. Reach out to the sole of both feet. If your right leg's in the air, you're going to stretch your right arm out to the side. And you're going to cross that right leg over to the left. Keep pushing out through the soles of both feet, foot in the wall, foot in the air. Lift the leg up. Bend the knee, let the leg extend. Pause for a second, feel the soles of both feet. Notice if it feels different. Take a deep breath in, keep pushing out through both feet into the wall. Inhale, lift both arms up overhead. Take a nice long stretch right through the front of the body. Lower the arms. Bend the knees, take both feet to the floor. Press into the soles of both feet, push into the backs of the arms so you feel the space right between your shoulder blades. Lift up off the floor and then lift the hips up. Take a little gentle bridge pose. You might feel a stretch in the front of the legs. Lower all the way down. You can cross your ankles. Hold the knees, do a little rock. And then maybe you can rock yourself up to sit. Just sit comfortably and notice whether you feel like you sit better, maybe a little bit more vertical. Close or soften your eyes, and let's just go to our breathing. For a few moments, just conscious breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the nose if possible. Thank you so much for hopping on with me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.